We just warming up. Let you know how the shit go from the jump. You not dealing with no punks, leaving lust on the head of the opposition. Make them follow victim to the shit I'm spitting on the microphone. Leave that shit alone. You do not want to step to this aggressiveness. The dialect I inject to this shit, I'll let you know. That we just warming up. We just warming up. We just warming up. What? We just warming up. We just warming up. What? We just warming up. Switch from wine to beer. Hear the fucking bass out the Pioneer or the Soul in Vegas. Bass reverberating. That means vibrating. Know what I'm saying? That's the definition. No skepticism when we be wrecking shit. Keep the definition in the dictionary or the thesaurus. It's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex flex. Yes, that's gigantic, Titanic proportions coming through in the ocean, but never crash into no glacier. Face the fact I'm never coming basic. It's complicated, the opposite of whack. That's dope. I don't on a road. They don't want to step. Well, we cleaner than the soap that you find in your shower. I'ma ride, get the power like the button on top of your remote control to let you know. We just getting it going, warming up. California formula, yeah. Get it going like periodical tables of contents, the conscience up to the fucking ceiling, never the ground. Clown with the red nose on, but this ain't no circus, homie. Use a pawn. We some kings in this, bringing it to the bottom. You going down like cunnilingus if you wanna bring it. We the ones that's never singing. I be rapping. Dwight on the left with the percussion. Plus we got all types of other stuff that's going on in this place right now. Used to be a tool shed, now it's a place for us to get down with the bass. Yeah. We just warming up. We just warming up. Don't pay me no mind, I'm just warming up. Warming up. Let me take a sip of this wine. We warming up. Yeah. What do we got? We got me on the mic, Dwight on percussion, Robert on the keys.
Yeah! The Dwight Show with Mawnstr in the house. Give it up for Mawnstr, everybody.
Give it up.
What's happening, Mawnstr? Yeah, man. Yeah.
Don't even hold me to that, man. We're just warming up, man. But good stuff on yours.
Good stuff. You know, that's the best stuff, though. I mean, it wasn't yours, it wasn't mine, it was all of ours. I mean, that was like surrounded around.
The sign into
I didn't know what it was
that's
be
Wino
about.
Records right there. Wino Records.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all people here today. This is like natural energy, right? That is so wonderful.
Yes.
If we gathered like that and just got that the first time out, do you know how many people would do that, have to have practice just to do that?
Oh, yeah.
That came naturally.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So what's this all about? Mawnstr, you know what? When you were here, I'm like, when he pulled out of the limousine, came up to the studios, I was like, wow, that's one funky stretch Lincoln Continental with suicide doors. I was like,
had the jacuzzi in the back with the
yeah,
TV antenna.
man. It's wonderful jamming with you. That was great.
I appreciate you, man.
That felt so good. It felt
yeah.
so like people talk about that organic stuff, and you're like, what's organic? But that was organic because I thought, something that rich takes a lot of practice. But if you learn how to just do it from the mind, you do your thing, he does his thing, I do my thing. We just kind of stay in pocket with our own thoughts. Yeah. Look what we got.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. Why do they call you Mawnstr?
Well, like when I was like 1 or 2, like my mom just called. That was like 1 of like 3 names she called me, but like Sweet Pea wasn't going to be a good name to like MC with. So
Sweet Pea, everybody.
Like I feel like
respect to anybody who named themselves, but I feel like whatever you do is kind of cool when someone else names you. It's not as cool when it's your mom. You know, it's usually like your boys or something. But I just went with that.
So
you know. Yeah, I had to
Mawnstr?
spell it differently because, I mean, of course, there's like, you know, just monsters all over the place. Not necessarily in the same genre of music and stuff, but enough to where I wanted to do, you know, kind of separate myself. But I've been in a bunch of groups and things, so if you were thumbing through records at Amoeba, you wouldn't necessarily, there'd only be like one or two with my name on it. It would be other stuff where it was like collectives that I was like.
Where would I search for that part?
Well, you would search under M, obviously from Mawnstr, but I started my first trip on wax. I was in a group called the Connoisseurs with my buddy Peace from this group called Freestyle Fellowship that came out of Lamert Park in Los Angeles in like the early 90s, and just kept on doing their thing, super creative. They still do their thing. So me and him and my other buddy Deranged, we had this group called the Connoisseurs. I don't want to bore you guys with that too much, except to say that was like the first trip on vinyl. It was the first time I kind of left like the state to go like do shows and stuff. Dang, time has passed because that was like
time
like
does
a good
pass
20
by.
years ago.
Yeah, 20 years goes by like it's like it was just one.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of the stuff that I mean, when I started, not that you asked me this, but I'm volunteering information. When I started, you know, like everybody probably did, they just kind of cut their teeth and was just messing around in high school and, you know, in like the, you know, in the hall, like banging on the lunch tables type stuff. And then as it progressed, you know, that's when started like recording on like just like shitty 4-track, you know, cassette Tascam 424 joints, flipping the tapes type stuff.
Yeah. I did that.
Yeah,
I grew up like that
I'm
with
sure.
two turntables, a mixing board.
Oh yeah, that's fancy right there.
And an 8-track. I mean, literally 2 cassette recorder. You know, one with
dual cassette.
Yeah, and I would go out and.
But you had the turntables like we didn't have because I mean you got some years on me, so but when we were doing it, we didn't have enough bread for that, so we were just doing like pause mixtape type stuff.
I had no bread. People gave that shit to me.
You were blessed.
I was so thankful. I was so thankful.
I was around the vultures, man. Like because at that time, I mean, look, you got some years on me again. Because by the time, I'm not gonna say it was now, it's more oversaturated. But even at the time, there were people that were kind of like interested in doing stuff, but not too many people were like outwardly doing it. Oh
no! Hey, listen,
hip hop that is specifically.
I grew up in some of my earlier years in Tahoe, and I went to the Sahara Tahoe. They had lip sync contest, and I did Lionel Richie. And
what'd you do?
Dancing on the ceiling. Listen to this. And they all applauded for me like it was something big. It wasn't. And so the reason why I say that because I did my best. They came into town from off the hill, and they did stuff that said, "You're a new person, Dwight." And so I learned from these people off the hill. They beat me. They came home with the prize money. But I started coming home with the prize money.
Because I'm like Eddie Van Halen with the air guitar. So if you can't win a lip syncing, look, I'm not saying because there must have been some tough competition there, but lip syncing. So it's like karaoke, but they don't give you the words. Is that what you're saying? Or do you have to know them? Or do they give?
No, you select the song you want, but
and they give
I selected the
they
wrong
give you the
song.
lyrics though.
Listen, I went into the Bobby, Jimmy, and the Critters. Got a potty. I won every lip sync there was, all the way to Sassoon.
Respect
from Tahoe. I was the guy, and then one time, my momentum got tipped. I bumped into this guy when they said at Bobby McGee's. Off of Sunrise Boulevard, they said, "Dwight, come on out." Came out with my toilet seat, bumped into a guy. Anyhow, it was different. He said, "Fuck you." I said, "Oh man, I'm sorry." He said, "Fuck you." I said, "This guy's gonna punch me." I said, "I'm handicapped." I was holding the handicapped toilet seat. He said, "Oh man, I'm really sorry. Come on by." My momentum changed, but I was actually a pretty. I mean, he didn't punch me in the end. It was actually a pretty good ending. I'm glad I told him that I saved my ass. Anyhow,
that'll do it.
Yeah, but I got second place. I was out for first place, and I'm not even kidding you.
You got to be out for first place every time.
I'm out for first place, and so
you let him get in your head. That's what happened.
He got in my head. Yeah, he got in my head. It was quite though. It's still great that it happened. You know what I mean? You learn how to win and lose, and so the competition wasn't against me. I was against myself at that moment. Anyhow, yeah, you brought that back.
Is that a good thing that I brought that back? Because you didn't
Hell
win,
yeah.
so I don't know if I was stirring up some.
I got the Dwight show. What do you
PTSD.
think? I got
Okay, well, yeah, you got the Dwight show. You got Robert
in the
over
long
here. You
run, I
got
got
C-Dub
that.
over there. I'm breaking
Yeah,
down
I've
the
got
fourth wall. I just
Right.
opened the curtain.
I even,
C-Dub.
I even have Jay Stone, but the weather in Santa
I know.
Cruz so bad he couldn't even make it.
That's
tonight.
my guy.
Shout out to Jay Stone.
We got somebody, running tabs to make sure you are where you say you were.
Right,
man.
right. He was coming. He really was, and he's always on time.
I believed you, but these guys, they had their doubts.
We got down for you, Jay.
Yeah, we are.
We got Mawnstr in the house. So, other than that, you got to still get down with us a little bit. We're gonna,
Of course,
we still have a lot of performing to do.
Sure.
But just knowing that you arrived here in this type of weather, what do you think about all this weather going down? I mean, this is like land. This is like the Guinness Book of a record weather we're having right now. I mean, it's what do they say?
I mean, I don't need to look at the news and statistics to tell you that because, well, I grew up in L.A. and then I've spent the last 20 years out here, and I haven't seen anything like it.
I've
been around but I haven't seen that. That was crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Trees falling more. They used to fall. I used to go see Mom and Elle in San Francisco. My buddy Richie Logan, I grew up in Tahoe and Golden Gate Park, right up there. Just the trees would fall over, and I'd say to myself, "This tree's so large. How does it just fall out of the ground like that?" You know what I mean?
No, that's crazy.
But it does.
Right across the street from my house, the shit fell down on like an apartment, and this wasn't even when the worst of the storm happened. I'm not going to bore everybody with that, but you've seen that happen. You've seen a million of them, but it was just crazy because when I heard it, it just sounded like almost like somebody just getting like a basketball falling in the bushes when it goes over the fence or something. It was just like, and I looked outside and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. That should be the crash and the smash when you were on the big giant stages. What kind of stages were you on in some of these performances growing up as Mawnstr?
It just different. It was different like any city or state. I never left the country on some I've done some stuff in different countries, but I didn't go there in the name of it. I'm not going to be one of those dudes who's like, yeah, they flew me out here. You know what I mean?
Right,
I got down with some people when I was already.
You pulled up in the big old limousine.
Yeah,
With suicide doors that I made up, right?
I'm telling you, man.
Listen, Robert.
We had the finest of Irk and Jerk brandy in the back. None of that fancy shit.
Woo!
Yeah.
I had to get their attention. You feel me?
Right.
I mean, Mawnstr can't just come in like we do.
I'm not coming over here like no peasant.
It's the Dwight Show with the 1979 Toyota truck with no stereo.
Yeah, no, you can't take me to the liquor store and that shit. Let alone no.
I love
Too
it.
sexy for that, man.
No,
I'm not knocking your truck, but now when you put it in the same sentence with my limousine and shit, you don't stand a chance, man.
And you had suicide doors.
I already know.
Never mind that, you know what I'm saying? Just the rest of the shit. I could have had no doors, and like one of those mail trucks where they don't even have the doors. They just hop out the Jeep and just give you your
But
package.
when you talk about the Rubicon in my 1979 Toyota truck, brother, it goes right through those woods. And fifth gear, I got fifth gear. I got not 4 gears. I got 5 gears now. So
Yeah.
I need a better motor, but I could probably go places with it once I get it fixed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. No,
I don't really.
It's a diehard. It actually drives further than my Ford.
No, they don't make them like they used to.
My truck, my Ford got 200,000 miles.
You said it was a 79, right? My limo is a 79
Yeah.
too, so that was
Yeah. My truck went
good year.
200,000 miles, and my Ford, the Toyota is still running.
This Sutter Home wine right here is from 79, as a matter of fact.
And it's doing the
real,
trick,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
got like a mild body with like a fruity, and it's just got this robust finish to it. And you know it was 79. It was not 80.
Yeah.
Get this with a little brie from like 86, little,
Yeah. I had a little bit of it before the show got started. It actually helps you kind of break the fatigue, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the edge off.
Yeah.
There
So you
you
ready
go.
to get down again? You got your rest?
Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah, I came here for this.
Just
Oh, I was like, am I supposed to? No, I'm just messing around.
that was like
off the top. He had to let
Scotty.
I'm like, I don't know if he can keep this
Scotty,
up.
the
I think
ship's
he feels
coming.
better now.
That setter home did his thing. On that note, I'm gonna take another little sip just so I can wet the whistle, you know. Let me try and bring that shit back one more again. One time for your motherfucking mind. Got Robert on the keys like Patrice Russian. Dwight on percussion. I'll be busting and crushing these suckers in seconds. They think they got the message, but they didn't. When I'm coming in and I don't need no writtens. I'll be coming off the top of the head, dropping them dead in they track. I subtract you like that. Coming through, teach a fact, never fiction. When I'm coming, cause the friction. When I'm ripping shit like pages out the book in a chapter. Homie, hear the laughter. I ain't playing around though. Coming with the sound that you never heard in your life. You get served on this mic, that's a fact. When I come, never rapping whack, homie. Let you know how this goes. Get the focus. When I come, it's like hocus pocus. All I have is shit, man. Never waving wands like magicians. When I rip it, got a trick up my ass sleeve, though. Let you know it's unbelievable. Like that R. Kelly song from '92. I be rhyming true, never falsified. You get tossed aside, homie. Every time I grab the microphone, I go for broke and let you know how this shit go. What you want, I make you reach for a pistol out your fucking waistline like a damn block. Make the clock stop on a fucking second. When I come, I'm like straight up and down like 6. You don't really want to trip, homie. I can fucking fix it. If the shit is broken, when I come, you know I'm coming dope and never fucking stop, homie. I be low-key, going for broke. You ain't saying shit. When I'm on this, it's never gonna be basic, cause it's complicated. Concentrated, put it inside my brain and then I spit it out all over the track. Let you know it's feeling like liquid wine at the bottle. Coming on the like full throttle in the helicopter cockpit, rocket ship, blasting off Cape Canaveral. Type of rhyme that when I'm on this shit is fine. You can't stop this shit, straight to the spine. Numbing like a shot of Novocaine through the needle, homie. This ain't the Beetle. It's something sicker when I come. I'ma sip the liquor, hit the wine, rip a rhyme, never stop. Climb the stairs, I'll be stumbling. We can rumbling. They're gonna be losing every time I cabool. I leak contusion, leave them all bruised, black and blue attacking you. I'm never stopping, coming through. I get you fitted for a coffin, homie. That's straight up. You get ate up. Cheesy MCs get greater. They don't want that, they won't be greater. And every time you know I'm never fucking stopping, never disappoint. Hit the joint, pass the shit around. You ain't trying to step, homie. I'ma get down round for round like I was up at the bar or I'm in a fucking ring at Caesar's Palace eating salad in the restaurant. I don't even give a shit. Grab the microphone and rip it. I could get explicit or I could just make a fucking clean version. I'll be submerging all these fucking suckers every time I'm coming. They some fucking burners. I'll be fucking, busting, crushing, coming all over the track. Let your ass know how this shit go. Permanent, like a fucking tattoo. Play you like a permanent tournament. Every time I'm coming through, I'm working it. Never fucking stopping. Perpetual. Let you know I'm a professional.